Right, I am now streaming Jakob.
Sweet.
9 o'clock, bang on. How many people are here? So, one thing I need to check is. There we go, championship standings. So, it's F5.
Evo Gamer is now live.
Way, you're darn right. How come there's really not many people in currently? This seems weird. Usually, I mean, who are we missing? We're missing. Decky's there, Polish Sniper's there, Carter's there, Bradley's there, Severe's there. We're missing
Actually,
Crutchy's there. We're missing Torkog was there. We're missing Erdy. I haven't actually seen Erdy 29 in a while. Not gonna lie. We're missing Frekis, JKRXJ. We're missing Nate Patrick's there. KWO4, Don Venzito, Spaceman, and Laurie. But some of these I don't think have actually turned up at all. So okay, might be quite a small lobby today then.
so, what's the time? It's only just gone now. I'm gonna
Yeah, I know.
fill my water up and then.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We'll just chat rubbish. I might do. I might quickly do this 30-second ad break just while nothing's really going on, while we're waiting for people to come in. Plus, it will stop the auto one going off. Let's go now. Cool, and we should be back. For anyone wondering if they came in to an ad, it was because I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I got it right, but I think there's like a pre-roll off for ads, for adverts. So I think if you join my thing and I've not done an ad, it will just roll off ads randomly. But if I run them, it doesn't run ads for another certain amount of time. So I try and do like 30-second, 60-second one before anything's kind of happening. So it gives me a nice chunk of time to do without any adverts. If that's how it works. If it doesn't work like that, you just watch something for nothing. But hey ho, it's all good. We're just waiting for some people to join the lobby, and then we'll get going. We'll do all the introductions and everything. 13 still, but 2 of them are me and Jake. Interesting. Oh. So we are still missing a lot actually. We're missing. What? Where's Jordan? Okay, we're missing Jordan. Let's actually try and invite a couple of these if they're online. Let's invite Jordan. Let's invite. I don't think actually I have anyone else that. No, we'll confirm that. We'll invite Jordan. Okay. Oh.
There?
What's up?
Nothing much. Went for water. Came back with chocolate ice cream.
Oh well,
You
you
know.
got some sick taps, man. Hook me up. So we're missing
Still
Jordan.
only 11.
Yeah, it's weird because Jordan's usually always bang on, so we're missing Jordan. I have invited him as
You could
well.
have done this on your own, Alex. I could have been playing 2K.
Nah, I don't be doing that. I think that will be no.
Where's all the championship leaders though in?
Um, yes, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. No,
Carter,
Jordan. We're missing Jordan. Oh no, okay, there's Jordan. So Jordan's in. Jordan currently sitting in fourth.
Bradley.
So we've got Carter, Bratby, Cogwheel, TNF1, and Crutchy. They're
Does
the only.
Tottenham?
So they're the main. They're the only five. It's coming close now, though. I mean, literally, it could be settled tonight. Actually,
Or the championship?
could be.
Was it Carter?
Yeah, it could be Carter,
Does that win?
but it does depend. He needs to outscore Bratby. But he would need to win. And
What's the gap now?
wait, hang on. What's the gap? I think it was 30. Was it 32? The gap's 32
He needs a 50
points.
point. He needs a
So
51.
he needs
52 point.
50,
53 points even.
53 points he would need. So he would need to win, and Bratby would need to be like
Nowhere.
nowhere pretty much. He would need there. He would literally need Bratby to pretty much not score because if he gets to, I mean, yeah, no, he
All he has
needs
to
to
do is
win.
finish.
He needs
He's
to
top
win.
12.
Mm. Carter needs to win, and Bratby needs to score like a point at least to um to
He's
keep
fast
it
lap as
running
well.
over. Yeah, and the fastest lap. I mean, it's going to be hard, I think, from here. There's only two races left, but then if Carter doesn't
Mm.
finish and Bradby gets some points, then it's completely blown open anyway. So this could be interesting to see as we're all getting in.
When to DDoS him.
Right, so as we've started, got some viewers going. So hello everyone. I am DXT Nevo, and I'm here with my less glamorous assistant, DXT Anthony. How are you, Jake?
Hello. I'm decent, mate. Enjoying some ice cream.
Yeah, I am.
In the USA.
Yeah, man. I wish I had some ice cream. I'm literally roasting in my room. It's so bloody hot, man. It's disgusting today. There's no breeze
It's not
anyway
hot. It's
either.
not here, mate.
You're right, man. We've got like no breeze coming through the windows. The
Sure.
fan is blowing hot air. Like it's not even enjoyable. It's terrible.
This ain't 8. This is 18 degrees. It's literally done nothing. Like, this is nice
It's
and cool.
it's meant to be like 24 down here. I mean, well,
And
one thing that gets it's
it
like,
was.
oh, it's 24 degrees, but it feels like 30. So it's 30 degrees then, right? Surely. That's what really annoys me. Okay, so we'll do a quick rundown of the Drivers' Championship. Still very close. Could be decided today, but it would take quite a lot for that to happen. We've currently in first position. We've got Get Carter on 194 points. Second place we have Mark Bratby, or Bratby 87 on 162 points, and then in third we have Richard Underwood, who's Tall Cogwheel, on 157 points. Fourth place we have Jordan Dittmar, who's TNF1 JD711 on 140 points. In fifth place we have Marcin Crozona, who's Crutchy 52 on 137 points. Pretty much, I think. I mean, I think Tall Cogwheel and Bratby can both still win it, but obviously, so first, second, and third are all in with a shout still. But after Bratby's DNF last time, it's obviously put him actually out of the. It made it a lot harder for him. Fair enough. There's still technically 3 races left, but Get Carter's coming into a bit of form recently in the last few races, so he's looking pretty good. We'll have to wait and see what he can do here. Don't know what people are like around old USA. I think some people do actually struggle a little bit. Let's get some stuff on the go like that. And anyone out here before I carry on? Tell you what, let's actually jump on board with Get Carter to see what he's going to do for a lap when he comes around again. So as I was saying, in 6th place in the championship we have Erdy 29 on 87 points. We have Decky F on 78 points. Severe on 54 points. Frekis on 51 points. JKRXJ on 40 points, and that pretty much rounds up the top 10 there. I'm trying to think how many. Okay, we've got There's some few people that I actually haven't seen race, so we'll carry on going down to the people that actually I have seen race. So in 11th we've got D-Day on 40 points. On 12th we've got Seizen no Keifu on 35 points. We've got KWO4 on 32 points. In 13th, 14th we have Don Venzito on 31 points. 15th we have Polish Sniper on 28 points, and 16th we have Dan 990 on 22 points, and in 17th we have Spaceman on 13 points. The other three people, there's one not even got a slot, and the other two people I haven't actually seen race, and they have no points. And now we have Crutchy starting his fastest lap, so we're just going to quickly jump on board with the TV pod, see what he's going to do around here. So yeah, it's close. It could be decided today, or it could carry on over. We're just going to have to see what people are going to come up with here. Oh, Carter's invalidated already. Oh, this is going to be another one. Didn't he have the same problem? Where was it? Last race as well.
Was that?
Didn't Carter have the same problem around Mexico? Kept invalidating.
Yeah.
So let's jump on board with John Dittmer. He's currently out in mediums, but he's not invalidated, so this lap will actually count for now. I got my co-commentator telling me in the chat that I'm such a bad commentator.
What?
Well, I'm only as good as the help I get, mate. So you're trash.
That's crazy.
I can't believe you would say that, man. I thought we were bros.
I forgot I changed my name to this the other day.
You literally typed it and I was just like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I bet you were thought, he'll never know it's me. Oh, we've got Charlie LaFair Jones in the chat as well. Hello, Charlie.
Wow, I do the government. That's crazy.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to say his full name in case for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. We got CLFJ in the chat. Now Jordan Dittmer goes currently pole on a 136.3 on the mediums. Who else?
Didn't have the greatest last sector, did it?
No, yeah, didn't have the best last sector, but I mean, I don't think. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to be want to start on the mediums here. You know, I feel like it's a good option because I actually prefer the mediums around here, but you just never know. There we go, 134.0 for Dan on the softs to take pole currently. And then D-Day goes second on a 134.4.
Where have you got that icon from?
Seisano Keifu, 135.3.
Oh, what did I just do?
What do you do? What have you done?
I just pressed a button that says like plus 50. Channel
Oh,
points.
yeah, channel points. You get channel points which unlock different things.
You know those points, Alex.
Just, the more you watch, mate, the more points you get. And we have Polish Sniper going around here, and he's actually boxing. He actually did run out of ERS then. He obviously has invalidated, so it probably doesn't even matter to him. Let's see who else we've got.
Space.
Tall Cogwheel currently out. Oh, Cogwheel's invalidated as well.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, this is brutal.
It's so easy around here because obviously, as you know, in your practice race, getting disqualified.
I'll have you know, I only had 18
is
seconds worth of
nice.
penalties in the other race I did. To be honest, I thought it was less than that. I actually thought I had like 12 or like 9 or 12, and then by the end of it, it was like 18. I was like, oh, okay, that's a bit much. Who's out now? Severe. Yeah, we've got Severe out. We'll go on board with him quickly. I want to go broadcast for some of these things, but I know from the other race the other day that broadcast literally just gives you the worst kind of camera angles. Yeah, I know that. Looking backwards as well. It's terrible. Hello Carter, mate. He said, I've said it before and I'll say it again, track limits. Yeah, I was actually saying earlier on that you had the same thing around Mexico, but it's another one of those tracks, especially that first sector.
You can't, mate. Don't cut them, mate.
It's going to be annoying. So, anyone else? Bratby on a 135 flat on the mediums. That's not bad for the mediums. Severe went a little bit wide there. He's out of ERS. So let's see what he's going to do coming up to the line. 134.8. Alright then.
Shall we?
Yeah, I feel like I've been playing around with the ERS a little bit, and I realised you can actually kind of go like hot lap and overtake quite a bit, but then if you drop it down into high for like, I think I drop it into high for the first sector, that like all the S section. and then you can nip it back up, and then you're usually okay.
Slide
And then go
and then
high.
I drop it to high just after the straight.
Yeah, drop it high for after straight for that little bit, and
Left
then
hander.
that left-hander. Then in the right-hander, you can either I usually go. You can either go high or or hot lap, but I usually go high and then put it into hot lap for the last 2 corners and then into and then
That.
usually last. Decky F goes pole current on a provisional pole with a 133.9. Severe looks like he's going for another lap. Maybe he's just getting used to the track because he's got no ERS left, so this is going to hinder him quite a lot. ERS is pretty strong around here. Let's just see if he's going to be up at all. Is he going to be up? No, he's down.
Level first from Carter, but he's run massively wide. He didn't invalidate, luckily.
He hasn't invalidated, that's right then. He's got to get a time on the board though, so see what he's going to come around and do. Good evening, Patrick. How are you doing? Nice for you to join us.
Good evening, mate. Good evening.
It's Carter. Run a little bit wide around there, but no biggie. I've seen a lot of people run wide in that corner actually. We saw it quite a bit on that F2. I know F2 cars are just jank.
A different sort of incident on F2.
yeah, that's true.
None of that today, please.
Yeah. I don't think anyone in here is of that nature, so I think we'll be fine. Here we have Carter. Let's just.
Fever joined the session. What?
What? Get Carter. He's just about runs out of ERS for the line, but 133 dead. That's a good time. I don't think that time's going to be beaten, you know. I don't think that time's going to be beaten. I mean, he could beat it himself, I think, because obviously he didn't have the best lap. But I think the way Carter's been going. I mean, there's still Cogwell and Bradbury. There's still quick people to go, but I just think.
He comes up to speed straight away.
Yeah,
he's on mediums with
yeah. It's not that people can't beat it. People are definitely capable of beating it. I just think how Carter's been racing the last few races. He's had like qualifying down.
5 on mediums.
That's actually. I mean, what's the difference in time? The mediums aren't actually that much slower though, are they not?
No, not really.
No, are they? Isn't it like 4 tenths or something like that, or 7 tenths? It's not that much, I don't think. Actually, no. Maybe I was thinking about Canada, but I don't think it's that much. But we'll Carter. There is a possibility Carter can be champion tonight, Patrick. Yeah, it relies on Carter winning and Bratby not scoring.
Cogwheel scoring.
And Cogwheel is another 5 points back. So, I mean, it's 37. So, I mean, yeah, Cogwheel can only pick up a few points, and Bratby can't pick up like any points. And then that will give him the 50 point. Well, he technically needs what do we work out to be? Was it 50? It was like he needs like 53 to guarantee it going into the last 2 rounds, obviously because of the fastest lap. So if he, it's very possible. I think it's going to be a tough ask, but I mean, if Cogwheel and Bratby crash out and Carter doesn't and goes on to win it, he'll be the champion. Right, let's jump off board of Carter then. Let's get on board with someone else. We're currently on board with Dan, who's coming into the pits. D-Day's still in the pits. Tall Cogwheel still go around on his mediums. Looks like he's just doing a few laps. Yeah, here he comes. Severe is out, currently up on his time. Let's stay on board with him here. I want to see what broadcast is going to give me. That wasn't a bad one. Oh, that's a bit bright. One thing I realised when I was racing USA like earlier on, it's really bright. Really, yeah. It's blinding, man. It's ridiculous. I know I want it to be realistic, but I don't want to be blinded like by playing a game.
I want to be able to pick tinted crash helmet.
I know, innit? I needed my tinted glasses. I'm going to put sunglasses on for this.
Is it promotion or relegation, Alex?
Well,
it's
going to be harder, I think. Yeah, because obviously they're doing an evaluation for the next season. I think the way it works, obviously, this is kind of my first proper season in translation myself as well. They obviously take note of people's times, But they do obviously do the evaluation races, but they do take a lot of note, I think, of how quick people were in a game previously. Because if you get to a new game and you're a bit off the pace, and they feel that they know what pace you did have before. If you put in a pace to be in the bottom tier when you had the pace to be in like a middle tier or something, they're probably going to put you in that middle tier. I would have thought they want to try and make it even as possible. Okay, so that's that. We've got D-Day and an outlap. So yeah, I mean your next placement, Patrick, will pretty much depend on what you do in the evaluations. Torcog, he's in the pits. Where's Mark? Mark's in the pits. Mark's going to go out last second with a few of them probably. Currently got Spaceman out. Yeah, there's lots of people waiting in the pit, aren't they? Waiting for the last dash.
5 minutes left.
I honestly think it's too risky round here to wait for a last dash because it's so easy, literally in that first sector, to invalidate. I mean, fair enough, you can slow down and you'll have fuel and you'll have ERS, but you still take a little bit more out of your tyres. Not much more, but it's not ideal. Oh, and Spaceman getting a bit out of shape there, coming onto the straight. That's actually going to cost some time straight off the bat, but we'll see what he can do here. I didn't really look at his first time, didn't know how much he was on it or what tyres he was using there, so we'll be able to see relatively soon, actually, after the S section. Okay, Patrick, mate, good luck tonight. I want to see some points, mate. Get us some points. It could be DXC Patrick, yeah? What are you saying? And Spaceman currently 1.3 seconds up on his time, so... I tell you what, like, even though in real life I'm not a massive, like, I used to be a Ferrari fan back in the Schumi days. Not because they were winning, but because I was young and I liked them. But now obviously I'm older and I understand, like, oh, we got a British driver, support the British, blah blah blah. Obviously I'm a Hamilton fan. I always do like the look of the Ferraris, man. That red is just like unmissable. You see that car and you think that's a Ferrari.
Ferrari's the best, though.
I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, but you like Leclerc, man. So.
What?
Of course. I mean, honestly, if Hamilton went to Ferrari, I'll be all over them. I just need to. I mean, I could. If Hamilton retires, the only other driver, honestly, on the grid. I mean, I don't feel. I mean, George Russell maybe is the only kind of British driver who's actually probably got a decent chunk of pace.
He'd probably take a seat.
But yeah, he probably would take a seat. But I'd probably support Leclerc. I do like Leclerc. He's kind of a nice neutral. Here we go. Spaceman crosses the line. 1.3 seconds quicker, but it's not enough to get him out of last position. So who we got out now? Is Bratby out? Bratby's still in the pits. He leaves it. Well, he always leaves it really late though. Who else we got? Dan. He's 2 seconds off his time. Yeah, we're gonna go on board again. We get Carter, see if he can improve on his pole time. I like how he invalidated his outlap. Takes real skills to do that. I do that just to prove that I'm good.
Was it Singapore? You drove out the pits and broke your front wing instantly.
Yeah, honestly, the Singapore pit lane, it's like Monaco. It's ridiculous. It's just like, oh, don't cross the white line. It's like, well, give me some space then. Like, whoever paints the white lines needs to like sort their life out. That looked like quite a nice little S section from Get Carter there. Broadcast has been relatively kind so far, so we'll stay on board until I didn't actually.
This is where he went wide last time.
Looks like he's nailed that. Nice. Did you see how much he was up on his time?
It's at 0.0.
Oh, really?
It was at 0.02.
Okay. Still.
He's pretty up more now because he ran wide.
Yeah. Should be good. So Carter's probably going to be the first guy into the 132s.
Then jinx it.
If he obviously continues
he's 2.5 tenths
doing
up.
what he's doing. 2.5 tenths up, yeah, okay. So let's see what he's got here. Coming in. Oh, it's going to be interesting actually to see some of the lines that people take around that left. That's kind of that sweeping double left because we've seen quite a few people go in quite tight. I have tried that a few times and it feels kind of nice on fresh tyres, but it feels really awkward on kind of old ones. But so here we have Carter coming up over to cross the line, and a 32.797. There we go, first person in the 32s. pretty much a second gap back to Cogwheel, who's in second, who's just done his lap as well. So I think it's
He may
Bratby.
struggle to get around.
Right, Bratby's out now. Let's watch Bratby. I think. Where is he coming round now? Okay, he's about to start his lap. I'll tell you what. Let's do a TV pod style thing with Mark here. This is a chance. Currently in 8th. He's got to nail this. No pressure. Here he goes. Coming into the S section, which I cannot stand. Currently 3 tenths up on his time. Oh, a little bit of a back end slide out there, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I mean, I think.
It's Cockle's qualifying done.
Yes. I mean, the thing is around that first sector, if you're 3 tenths up in that first sector, that's usually pretty decent. Especially because I think he's done that one lap, but then I think he invalidated one as well. So
Cross check the third. Decent qualifying from him.
yeah, that's a good, decent time from Crutchy there. 1:33.7. Still on board. Mark Bradby with a purple second sector. Didn't actually notice. I wish they had the split time stay up there, like throughout. That'd be good. Instead of you having to make sure you don't blink when it goes over the sector line. See, oh, he's out of ERS. That's actually going to cost him quite a bit. Nice and steady into that last corner on the accelerator, and he goes 4th, 1:33.8. So here we have it. Dan into 2nd on a 1:33.5. Decent lap down there, pulling out of the bag last minute.
The
Got
deck is
Decky.
just about down.
Oh yeah, that's going to cost him, I think. Is anyone else? Severe goes up to 2nd on a 1:33.585. Oh, that's close. That is close. Okay, so Decky, I think, might have actually missed out there. We've got Patrick here, says no Kefu. Oh, did he slow down then? It looked like he was up on his time as well from the split. That is unlucky. Sazen pits in. There we go. This is the grid then, guys, for the American Grand Prix. Everyone's going to come in and probably retire, so I'm not going to go through the top 10 just yet. Or go through the whole 12 instead of just the top 10. Yeah, I mean, you can see it on the screen anyway, but I will use my voice.
Bloody headset, man.
Are they going to retire, or... I suppose they can't quite yet, can they? Okay, I'll tell you what, we'll just start it off now. So, this is... What you see on the screen is the qualifying positions. I don't think anyone got a penalty, so... typical, then it switches. That's fine.
First was Carter.
I know it was... first was Carter, second was Severe, third was Dan. I think fourth was Crutchy. Oh no, fourth was Cole. So okay, here we go. Get Carter on pole. Second we have Severe. Third we have Dan. Fourth we have Tall Cogwheel. Fifth we have Crutchy. Sixth we have Bratby. Seventh we have Decky. Eighth we have TNF1. Ninth we have D-Day. 10th we have Sazen no Kefu. 11th we have Polish Sniper. And 12th we have Spaceman. Now, with the slight lack of drivers today, this actually makes it a lot harder for Carter to win today. Because obviously I was saying, like, Bratby literally can't score any points at all. And Cogwheel is in the same sort of boat. Cogwheel can't really get a decent chunk of points. It would take literally a DNF from Mark and Cogwheel for them to get it. I reckon there's going to probably be one or two DNFs, which leaves your top 10, which means you're guaranteed points. So I think it's going to be hard for Carter to get it today, but it doesn't matter. There's 3 races, he's got a nice little buffer. So hopefully everyone cracks on, puts on a good race for us. This could be quite good though, like. Carter did have quite a time advantage in qualifying though.
That was 7 tenths, wasn't it?
Yeah, around a 7/10 of a second. So that's quite a big time in qualifying. I mean, we don't know if anyone else felt they could have gone quicker, or if anyone else messed up the time. So Carter's lap was relatively, um, relatively faultless for that. So here we go. Just waiting for everybody to get in here, and we're going to go off for the formation lap. Here we go for the formation lap. Carter's already weaving, warming up his tyres. Let's bring this back up. So I currently want... I don't really need telemetry right now. Actually, I want the telemetry, because I like to see what ERS people are in. We're going to go with tyres. So, okay, yeah, the 11th and 12th, they've opted for the mediums. I actually think the mediums are a better race tyre for this. I mean, I haven't used it to start off, though, so I'm not quite sure what it would be like at the start. One thing I did realise is it definitely took like 1 or 2 laps. That could be due to my setup, but it did take like 1 or 2 laps for it to kind of really warm up properly. So I feel like you want to take it easy through the S's when you come on for the mediums, or like first lap on the mediums, and just try and heat them up through the rest of the track. A relatively slow out lap right now, I suppose. I mean, it's not that long a track, I guess. And I mean, this bit is
The
just a
last sector's
massive
all
straight.
traction, so
Yeah, the last sector's all traction.
just warm up your rears there for the...
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty easy just to go down there, chill out, and weave. So, we're going to go for a cheeky little safety car guess. Jake, what are you saying? How many? I think it's
1.
capped at 3, right? So,
Yeah, I think
it
they're
can't be
1,
any more than 3 safety cars. And virtuals?
2.
I kind of agree on the 1 safety car, but I'm going to be different, and I'm going to say 2, and I'm going to go with 3 virtuals. Only because I know exactly what a couple of corners here are like, and I think it can catch anyone out at all. So I don't think it's going to definitely be like certified. I mean, it could be surprising. There could be nothing, but some of these corners do catch people out out of nowhere. So here they all come now, lining up on the grid. So I'm going to jump on board. I wanna try and get the view of from. It's not going to give me a good view, I don't think. I wanted to get the view looking down from the grid into turn 1. But I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm going to go on board with, I think, Severe. Oh, here we go. He might actually give it to me now. I'm going to go on board with Severe. Obviously because it's inside for turn 1. And they're away. Here we go. Oh, Patrick with a drive-through penalty for a jump start. And looks like Carter gets a good start off the grid here, but we've got Severe and Cogwheel. Cogwheel got a really nice start. Oh, that's Bratby. That is Bratby. The two Mercedes came together and Bratby just got T-boned there. I mean, got caught up in everything and then kind of spun out and then pushed off the track. So he's, I think, going to need to pit for a wing there. Let's see if I can watch him come through. You know what? I think Bratby escaped some damage there. Oh, what's happened here? Everyone's moving all over the place. I mean, if the broadcast camera didn't keep screwing me, we actually might have seen something there. Was it Crutchy? What happened to him? Did he just spin out?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Crutchy waited for him, so maybe...
Oh, okay. It does look like my Bratby, though. I think it must have been... whoever went into Bratby must have lost some wing. Because Bratby actually looks okay, so he might have escaped that. And he's back up into 6th now anyway, so... That little... Oh, actually, is he missing... No, he's missing... No, he's not. Yeah, he's fine. Sick.
On for the bunch.
Well, he disappeared there, completely off the screen. So out in front we've got Get Carter. Oh, getting a bit wide there, back endy. That's going to bring Cogwheel a little bit closer to him. So, and then Severe 3.3 back down.
I swear, so.
That's mental. The gap that the top 2 have pulled out of over 3rd already. 3.5 seconds.
Okay. Crucially has to stay with him.
Well, this is the thing. Cogwheel really needs to stay with him now until obviously DRS gets activated. I can see...
Dan has 1 damage.
Who does? Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Front left, something.
Front left. I guess he's going to see. I mean, the thing is, it's one of these things, right? Round here, it's probably going to affect you the most through the S's. But if you're not losing too much
The
time, you
long
may
right
as well
hander.
wait. Oh, the right hander, yeah. But you may as well wait until you're in the window for mediums to the end. So get a few, maybe like 5 laps. I mean, I done 18, and I think if I
Most
was
of
to
it's the
do
same. He's got no
another,
front right.
okay.
That's probably
No,
why it
yeah,
drops so
that is
much.
probably, yeah, that's why he's dropped so far back. I mean, 4.8 seconds in like 1.5 laps is actually quite mental. But the front wing does really hurt you around here. But they don't. None of them will probably want to go to hards. And as I say that, Polish Sniper has gone to hards, but he's obviously going to go straight to the end here, which is still doable. And anything can still happen. I mean, if we get a safety car or anything, he can come in and change him for mediums probably if it happens at the right time. Crutch is still out there, no damage on him, so that was just a pure spin. Patrick's out there, his car looks perfectly fine as well. Spaceman. So yeah, there's quite a few people that actually don't have any damage. Decky's probably going to go probably like 18 laps on his softs. Knowing Decky. He's the one-stop master.
The no stop master.
Yeah, pretty much. I reckon if you didn't have to pit, he would probably go. He would find a way to, you know, to not pit. I want to know with Decky though, is it a case of he actually has ridiculously good tyre wear, so his tyres actually aren't that knackered, or he just goes sack it and just drives through like the complete puncture point, and by the time he comes in, his tyres are like 90% wear. We have Bratby getting past Jordan there down the inside of the pit straight. Nice move, looks like it's completely done. And remember, Bratby needs as many points as possible, because he obviously wants to stay in the championship hunt. And to be fair to him, he was only, I think it was 3 or 5 points behind until his DNF in Mexico. If he hadn't DNF'd in Mexico, this championship would probably have been down to the wire all the way to the last race. It just kind of happened to coincide with Get Carter's kind of good run of form in the last like 4-ish races. Carter's come back, I think he was in third, all the way into the lead.
With Spaceman had a bit of an off.
Oh, did he? No damage though, so pushed up as. I mean,
oh, he's dropped it again.
Spaceman. Oh, he has indeed. That looks like a bit was flying off his car then, or was that just dirt? Might have just been dirt. His tyres are going to be screaming right now. That's the one thing I've noticed around the USA, more so than any other track. If you spin it up or something,
out, you have to slowly bring it around.
Yeah, it's really bad around America.
That's happened to me on Wednesday. When I spun it, I just slowly brought it back down.
Oh yeah. So Cogwheel's still up behind Carter here. So with DRS going to be enabled, so
these camera angles are dreadful.
Oh man, this is the one thing with USA. The camera angles are so bad. Like it's complete pot luck. Jordan's coming in. That's interesting.
Change his front wing, I think. He's losing quite a bit of time.
Yeah, so Jordan might go to hards here. We're going to wait and see, but I have a feeling Jordan's the sort of guy that's probably thinking he's not going to get mediums to the end, so he's going to go for hards. What's he gone for?
Yeah, hards.
Large tyres. Okay, I was right. Oh, mate, reading them like a book. Nah. He does actually seem to go onto the hard tyre quite often, I would say. So I think that was quite certified. But I mean, he's pretty much safe to go to the end now. Probably going to be a good call from him. And again, if there is a safety car in a few laps' time, he can come in for some mediums or take the track position, whatever he feels like. So Cogwheel now going down the big back straight here with DRS wide open. Carter's already on the inside defending. Carter's moved back. Crutchy's in the wall. I'm just watching this. I don't think Cogwheel's close enough. He is not. So let's whip up to Crutchy. He's back round now, but he's taking it nice and easy because his tyres are dead. They shouldn't be after 3 laps, but after the spin, they are going to be.
Rugby.
Oh, what's happened here?
He ran into the back of Dan there.
Oh, okay.
So was that him? Both these two front had damage.
Yeah, that's true actually. That's true. I mean, Severe's actually like almost. He's 10 seconds off the top 2 now. That front wing is absolutely killing him, really badly. It's a shame because Severe does have a bit of pace. We've got Dan here. I think Bratby might be able to get him going down the straight. You know, the fact that he's got his wing, and D-Day's right up behind him now as well. So this is actually just costing Bratby even more. Oh no! I was literally just about to switch him there. Did he just drive straight into the back of him?
Just clicked it very well and Bratby's gone into the pits now.
Okay, so that's going to be... Oh, what do you reckon Bradbury's going to do? It's going to be tough.
I'm not
I
sure
think he's
though.
going to go mediums. I'm going to go mediums just to see. I feel like he'll go mediums, and if anything happens, then he's got the softs to fall back on, or just another set
It's
of
gone,
mediums.
yeah, gone
He has gone
mediums.
mediums, okay. Oh, mate, I'm 2 for 2, Jake. 2 for 2. So who else we've got out here? Cogwheel's still... I mean, the gap's not really changing between Get Carter. Like, Cogwheel's staying with him. Obviously, the DRS and the slipstream is so strong down here. It's another one of those tracks. He just doesn't seem to have enough... I mean, Carter's not really using too much ERS either. Cogwheel's really using his ERS to try and get by him here. Carter's got some good pace. Kind of monitoring everything, keeping his ERS up. Going into none round here. Cogwheel's in low. I feel like Cogwheel should try something different as well. If it stays like this before like the first lot of pit stops, go for the undercut. The undercut's so strong here. And I've tested like the
Oh,
laps round here.
is that Bradbury?
What's that,
No,
Bradbury?
it's not. It's
No.
Polish.
Okay, Polish. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, around the S's. Yeah. That
His
the
front wing's
worst.
disappeared.
Yeah, the worst thing about that is the S's are like the main place for this to happen, and it's at the start of the
Safety car,
lap.
full safety.
Full safety car. So there's number one.
And Cogwheel
Okay.
got into the pits and Carter didn't. He's going to take the lead here.
Oh, he is. He is. I guess. I don't know if
And mediums can go to the end from there.
they. Yeah, you can. I mean, the
Proper
fact that he's going to
struggle
have.
last couple laps though.
Yeah, they will struggle, but the fact that he's got a couple. I mean, you don't know if there's going to be another safety car for one, and also the fact that there's going to be a couple of laps under the safety
This
car.
is the exact as my Wednesday race. Like, safety car on lap 5.
Pretty much, yeah.
So mediums to the end, but about lap 25.
Oh, Cogwheel came out in second place. That
And then
was
Carter's stuck behind safety car now. So he's
yeah. So Carter's gonna have to wait. Cogwheel's gonna probably, you know,
and there was behind
might
him.
catch up
Carter's
with
gonna
him.
drop well far behind. Which everyone
Carter
else did.
could drop. I mean, it depends if they're. It does look like they're letting everyone catch up, right? So the pace is actually going to be quite decent. So by the time he comes round to the pit, which is still quite a long way,
See, Bradbury changed his front wing,
did he?
and now he's on hards.
No, he's on hards. Okay,
Must
so he
have
must
damaged
have.
someone,
Yeah,
yeah,
must have
so-
damaged his wing, and he's gone for hards now. Okay.
Kochi's going to jump him.
There we
No.
go, got Spaceman in the pits. Polish is coming back in. He's probably going to go. He needs a new wing. And also he's going to change his tyres. He's probably going to go for another set of mediums, I would say.
But look at Carter just stuck behind safety car now.
Is he? And look at Cogwheel. Got a pit stop. He's on his fresh
If he pits
mediums.
now, he's going to drop to about 8th.
Hmm.
Probably
This
further,
is-
because there's still time to go.
Yeah, this is some. This is one thing, man. Like that is just absolute bad luck from Carter. He's out in the lead. He's controlling the gap to Cogwheel, even with DRS. The safety car comes out. Cogwheel gets in. Probably what happened was with the gap. Cogwheel obviously just decided to try and swing it in the pits, and Carter had to keep going because he probably couldn't quite make it. Like that extra 7/10 to 1 second gap sort of area makes a difference between getting into the pits and one not getting in.
He's just really come in now.
Well, I mean, Carter's still got 4 laps technically to do, right?
Yeah, he's coming
He
in.
is, he is, he is. Oh, Carter, don't do that
Look
to
how
me,
far he's
bro.
going to drop.
Yeah, this is the problem now. He's going to be
It's
back.
going to be like 8th.
Oh, he's going to be pretty much, yeah. What's that? Yeah, 8th. Jeez. I actually feel really bad for Carter, man. I mean, on the plus side, he's going to have 1 lap fresher tyres.
It's not really fresher though, is it? Safety car laps.
No, yeah, exactly. It's not super fresh, but I mean,
It's got a fat all the way back through. They're making him work
Yeah.
for the championship.
yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not end of the world if he doesn't win. I mean, he could win it here, but it's obviously out of his hands if he does win it. Really.
Well, one of his rivals in 9th and the other one's in the lead. So.
Yeah, obviously, with Cogwheel in the lead, that's going to be a big gain. If it stays like this, I imagine Carter's going to get back up there. But we don't know, like you said, we don't know what could happen when he's fighting through traffic. Anything could happen. He could crash out. He could spin. Like it's kind of yeah, he could get taken out. Like there's obviously not on purpose, accidentally, but it's 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 very unlucky for him. I actually feel for him. But this is what champions are made of. The champion elect now. I think, I remember Button doing it in '09. Hammock had to do it in '08. We've had quite a few people over the years, champion elects, that have had to do something, usually on the final race, granted, but at some point in the career where they prove what they're made of, and this could be one of them. It's not as bad a scenario. He's stacked up, he's close, he's got fresh tyres on. I mean, you got to think Patrick in second, he's on 6 lap old softs, so he'll be pitting in normal sort of time. Dan's on a fresh set of softs, which means he'll have to pit again, probably hoping for another safety car. Decky's on hards, so he's going to the end. Always knew Decky would one stop
Interesting.
anyway.
He could have got medium to the end.
Yeah, he could have.
Decky's tyre.
Yeah, with how Decky does tyres, he could have easily probably got him to the end. I mean, he's got Jordan on hards, so you've got to say, right? Depending on how slow the hards are, you could see probably Carter could get past him quite quickly, just on pure traction. Then he's got D-Day on mediums. I mean,
Interesting. He's got Dan on soft, so he's gonna have to pit again.
we'll see. That's it. Patrick's gonna have to pit, and Dan's gonna have to pit again, which then means that's pretty much 2 spots for Carter anyway, because they're gonna drop behind. What? Is it going in?
It's in this lap.
That was a bit
And
of a
you're
late
on the
call,
last
wasn't
corner.
it? Here we go. So
That's a bit unfair on Cockrell.
yeah, that's really unfair on Cockrell. This is the one thing. Like, if someone catches up just before, it will still go, and so Cockrell looks like he's got a decent start though. Oh, and here we go. Got Severe trying to make a move on Decky, looking to go around the outside. Decky tries to hold the inside, runs a bit wide, outbreaks himself there, loses the place, but he's on hards. They're going to be cold with laps under the safety car. So let's get on board here with Carter. Still in the 8th position. Obviously doesn't want to do anything silly. He's actually got Bratby right behind him as well. So this is interesting. The 2 title rivals currently in 8th and 9th.
Well.
Yeah, one's on medium, one's on hard. So, I mean, neither... Well, Bratby definitely doesn't have to pit again unless anything happens. Carter can get these tyres to the end as well. However,
It's quite difficult.
it's going to be harder in terms of tyre wear. I mean, not too much harder. Like I said, I've done softs to mediums. And I ended up on I pitted on lap 10 on softs, and I ended up with about 62-ish% tyre wear. And the kind of auto puncher thing is, what is it, 70%, 75%, that sort of area. I was kind of going up by about 4% a lap as well. So,
Oh, was that contact?
oh, who's over there? That looks like D-Day all the way. What's happened here?
By 2 cars there.
What is he doing over there?
Oh, he's in the wall.
Who's in the wall?
Patrick.
Patrick. No, Patrick. Oh, Patrick,
Coming together
no.
with Severe.
Did he? So Severe did actually get a penalty for that though. So did it look like it was that sort of thing, or is that something you reckon he'll get taken off?
I don't know. It was sort of like Patrick got overtaken by Dan.
Yeah.
He had the bad exit, and then you know how it swings to the right of it?
Yeah. The Severe just
He
taking
swung to
opportunity
the
because
right.
there's a gap.
And
Severe was there.
Patrick was still there.
Oh, okay. Patrick was there. Fair enough. So a virtual safety car. Carter's up to 5th. Bratby's up to 7th. In between them, we've got Jordan. So Decky's on the hards just in front here. D-Day, 5-second penalty speeding in the pit lane. Looks like that's ended, so they're away racing again.
Both with front wing changes.
Even is on Polish Sniper here.
Patrick's gone to softs again.
Yeah. That's interesting. Didn't want to go for mediums to the end. Maybe he doesn't have another set. Penalty for Jordan there. Here we have Bratby on the hards. Doesn't look like he's like. I mean,
on the inside of Decky.
okay, so Carter makes that
P4.
work. Yeah.
He's already 5 seconds behind Cogwell.
Yeah, this is the thing. Cogwell's kind of just taken off from the start there. Carter's obviously got to fight through these and then go defensive if anyone tries to come back at
coming
him.
outside of Dan.
Looks like it's going to be close, but he's going to have the inside line for here. They're turning in. That was nice. No spinages there. Looks like, oh, that's a weird corner.
But that's where.
But obviously, oh sorry.
That's where it happened to Patrick.
Oh well. Oh okay. Yeah. When it comes back.
Oh, he's gone wide then. Yeah. What's he done on softs here? So he should have the pace advantage.
Yeah. This is the other thing though. Like, just
No.
he's on a sauce with the slipstream and DRS is so strong that if you can stay in that, you literally can just you'll probably lose a bit of time going through the first S's, the first sector S's, and then you probably have to kind of normalise it a little bit and then gain it all back down that straight especially with DRS. It's ridiculous. Right, to how strong it can be. So Cogwheel's chilling at the moment. Currently out in first. 3.7, say 3.8 second gap back to Dan. Carter gets past Severe here. Severe's actually spun. Oh, Severe's out of the race. Severe actually got hit by Jordan. However, there was nothing really Jordan could do. Where Severe's car was on the on the racing line for the S's. I really don't think Jordan could have done anything about that. He it looked like he tried to.
Has damage.
Bradley has damage. Is it an end plate?
Damage. Yeah.
Oh, again. I hope they brought quite a few on Toro or so. Because I think Kim and Polish Sniper have both gone through a wing. I think Bradley's gone through two, hasn't he? That is unfortunate for Severe there. I don't know why he lost it. I didn't quite. I just saw that he had spun. He might have just spun in normally.
Probably gets past Jordan.
Does he? But it's unfortunate again that Jordan hit him. Again, nothing he can do. Here we go. Jordan holds it. I know. I'm pretty sure these two are friends as well. I think so. Oh, Mark Brakey's gone for the inside line there. That's actually a good line. It does work. It puts you a bit wide here, but you can usually still keep traction.
He's going to be hardest on the wing now.
Yeah, this is the only downside here. He could be a bit slow. Jordan.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't too bad actually. Mine's really wide there. Where's just off screen? There we go. So Bradley up into 5th position. Carter's now up into 3rd and chasing down Dan.
Sniper. He's in the drag race right now with Kachi.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
DRS.
DRS open. Crutchy goes defensive, then moves out.
Didn't go for it.
Nah.
But Crutchy's gone
deep.
deep.
Crutchy's gone deep. Crutchy's gone real deep. That's what the ladies love. 3-second penalty for Bratby.
That's our President Charlie, mate. How does it feel, Charlie?
So Carter's still 1.2 behind Dan here. Obviously Dan on the soft tyres. Carter's still got some good pace though. Looks like he is still catching him. Just needs to get in that DRS zone so he can take advantage of it down his big back straights.
What?
What?
You said back here.
Big back straight.
Okay.
Alright. You think I said?
I thought you said big black straight. I was like, what?
Big back straight.
Yeah.
Get your head out the gutter, man. So filthy. Polish Sniper gets pass on Crutchy there.
Crutchy must have got past somewhere.
Crutchy must be struggling somewhere. Whether it's maybe his tyres are a bit overheating. Because he obviously lost that position and has already dropped a second. I mean, the softs are... I mean, it's 5-lap old softs and Sniper. Like, I know they're softs, but they're not that big a difference, I wouldn't say. Must have been come off some back of an accident. So the gap between Cogwheel and Dan is 4.2 seconds currently. So dropping by about 2 to 3 tenths a lap. Carter, however, is really trying to get into that DRS zone. We're gonna have to wait and see because it's gonna ping pong currently. If he stays where he is now, he's gonna get it. Let's see. Should normalise now.
He's going to be close enough for an overtake.
So, no, he's probably not going to be close enough for an overtake, but it's just getting into that zone in the first place, because now that gap's going to go from like 9 tenths probably down to around half-ish a second. Let's see what kind of slipstream and DRS he's got. Depending on Sepp as well, I suppose. That might be slightly optimistic, but you should start seeing reeling them in just about now-ish.
Couple temps on him.
Couple temps.
2.5 temps on him.
Yeah, about 2.5 temps. I mean, obviously it does depend on setup as well, I suppose. Dan could have quite a nice straight line speed setup, which is obviously going to hinder Carter a little bit. Carter just needs to... He's in a DRS zone, needs to stay in it, close up a little bit more. Probably needs to be within,
I'd say,
half a second to 4 temps. Oh, so Crutchy's caught back up and gone for the move, so here they are. Oh, Crutchy looks like he's backed out of that. He did back out of it. Thought better of it. Didn't want to take anyone out. Fair play. So we've got 4th, 5th and 6th all on the hard tyres, all going to the end, and 9th and 11th all on the hard tyres. So they're not going to have to pit again. Now, in terms of the others, Cogwheel doesn't have to technically. Dan will have to.
Oh, he's lost it there.
Oh, Carter and Dan. Dan loses it and loses out a place to Carter. So now this is Carter's time to shine. He's got a 5.2, well, 5 second gap to try and catch up with Cogwheel. And he also needs to break the DRS from Dan, otherwise he could have a bit of a problem. Because he's going to be losing time every time he's attacking him. The only downside Dan has through that is if you mess up even like one of the S's, it literally ruins a whole sector for you. So he might get away with that. Did Cogwheel? No, that must just be the concertina effect there, because there's no way the gap went from like 5.2 to 4.4, unless Cogwheel had a mistake. Okay, well the gap has come down. Could have been a possible mistake from Cogwheel there. Got Jordan quite close to Bratby, but they've been pretty close for a little while now, so Decky with a 3 second time penalty. Dan's now 1.5 seconds behind Carter, however, I mean, he's getting into the stage now with the soft start going off. He's on the 7 lap mark. Those softs won't have much left in them. But if Dan pits now, he'll obviously go to the mediums. They'll be fine for the end. But he will go down to about 8th place. But he's going to be on fresh tyres. Yeah, he would need if a virtual happens, he should just pit in. But I mean, it still depends. He could still eke out a bit more time.
Good run. Bradbury's gone inside.
Yeah, as Bratby looks like he got a little bit on the grass there.
Well,
He does indeed. There we go. So nice overtake there for Jordan on Bratby. So obviously Bratby's still in a position where he's going to take the title fight further. I mean, he could still go to the end. Obviously 2 races left after this.
Oh, he's disconnected.
Oh, it's still very close. Bratby's all over him through these S's. It's quite a nice little battle going down here. Looks like, oh no, he didn't. I thought Bratby ran a bit wide there, but it was Jordan just taking quite a tight line. The gap's now 5.3 between Cogwheel and Carter, so something must have happened there, or maybe Cogwheel did just have a bit of a mistake and is now back on it. Dan's now dropped 2.6 seconds behind Carter. Probably expecting him soon.
Cogwheel's DRS, I think he's been using his DRS a bit more.
Ah, okay. So he obviously must have done a bit of saving, so the fact that he could get some going. I mean, Carter's managed his DRS quite nicely though. Looks like he's using it. He's just obviously not going as high as Cogwheel has been. Carter's keeping it, I think, between like 0 and 0.23 sort of mark. So Cogwheel's now in 2, 3. So Cogwheel's going into high down this straight. What's Carter going to do? Carter looks like he's staying in medium.
Could be using filters, you never know.
He could be in rich as well. And then Cogwheel's gone into low. And Carter's actually gone into high. Carter's gone into high for the S's. Probably speeding in the pit lane.
Change his front wing as well.
A front wing, so front wing and then it's got to be a set of mediums. Yeah, it's got to be. Let's hope he doesn't need another front wing change.
His teammates coming behind him.
Oh, is it? That's going to hold him up a little bit. Let's see how much this is going to hold him up. What's that about? Oh, what's that? Oh, that's longer and longer. What's that, about 5 seconds?
3 or 4.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I felt like it was going to go and then they just stopped again. That's unlucky for Sniper, but
it's costing the position to space.
It has indeed. Sniper though on those fresh mediums. In fact, Spaceman was very, very, very kind there. Wasn't quite sure he was, gave him plenty of space. And yeah, I can see this is the point of the race where the gap's kind of fanned out a little bit. Now everyone's kind of further away from everyone. The only person, I mean, Carter's now 4.4 behind Cogwheel, so he's gained about a second. Got 13, well, about to be 12 laps left. So
still, Cogwheel's still low on ERS.
Carter's still on 50%. So I mean, yeah, Carter with the fastest lap of the race there, 1:37.4. So I presume
Carter's using a bit, but he's not using as much.
Well, Carter's doing it quite cleverly. Like from what I'm seeing anyway, he's using low and none in certain places. And it
Coggle with
seems like,
3 second
oh,
penalty.
Cogwell with a 3 second penalty. Unsure about Carter's penalties here, but that could be really super decisive. But like, yeah, so Carter will be in like low for that whole S section, and then he pops it up to like medium onto the straights. He's not really going into high, whereas Cogwell's been going into high, which obviously costs him a lot more. So Carter's keeping his ARS at a decent level. So if he does manage to, he's still kind of gaining. But I mean, see, like Cogwell's into high. What's Carter gone into? Carter's been low currently going down this straight. So obviously he's just using lower. This is where he's losing some of his time, obviously, staying in low down the straight. But again, he could be enriched to compensate. But
Again, but like as soon as it drops to the 20, below 20%, basically just reduced anyway.
yeah, exactly. So you want to try and keep it above the 20% mark. Cogwell currently in none, going around this sweeping right-hander, triple right-hander here. Into the fast left, so in none. So he's going to get a decent chunk back coming into this last corner on the braking zone. Here he goes. That was like an extra 4 or 5% there. Carter's now up to 62% in medium coming down the straight, and Cogwell's gone on to medium as well. So I think Cogwell's looking to use it, save for a lap, use it. Which could work. I mean, the gap's currently still 4.7, so. Dan's still out on his 11 lap. Oh no, he's just coming to the pits now. I was about to say, he's still going on those softs. Here he comes out in a nice, real nice fresh set of mediums. So that's those mediums. He can rag the granny out of them. He really can.
Not for that again.
Yeah, that's just a saying, isn't it? Don't be hating.
Barry the new tire, new fast lap on new tires.
Mediums 136.9.
He's
Decent lap. So
zero for lap as well.
yeah, I mean, it shows his pace though. He's been a bit unlucky here with the amount of wing changes he's needed and stuff, but it just shows that he's got some pace. That he's out of position. The sad thing about it is, it might. Oh, I'm gonna stop talking. Just as he's, I thought he was about to spin. Then I was about to say the sad thing of it all, and then he almost spun. That would have been a bit of a fairy tale ending, not a good one. So Cogwell's still keeping that gap honest, to be honest. Saved up a little bit more ERS as well. Yeah, no, honest to be honest. HTBH. Let's do about 5 seconds. Decky's 15 seconds back from Carter. So, if another safety car happens, both Cogwell and Carter, well, Cogwell pretty much definitely, Carter maybe, in terms of if they're going to come in and pit for a different set of tyres, are relatively safe from attacks from behind. Obviously, Decky's on the hards. So
Carter maybe I forget. Keep third though, could cost him the win.
it could. Carter's obviously on
Obviously, he knows like if Coggle was a 3 second, he doesn't. All he has to do is get that within 2, or
Well,
within 3.
that's it. If Carter doesn't have any penalties, and we don't know if
He's on
Cogwell.
the charge again now.
Exactly, we don't even know if Cogwell's going to pick up another one or if Carter's going to pick up one either. So he might decide just to try and, like you said, get into that.
Yeah, it's on the charge now. It's on high. Overtake.
Oh, here he goes. When it's on overtake, man, you just watch the percentage drop. That was like 10%. In fact, like 12%. No, 15% he lost pretty much down that straight.
Patrick's in the pits.
Patrick's in the pits again. What's he coming on?
Mediums to the end.
Nice, fresh set of mediums. Here we go again. You can rack them a bit. Post.
Is there also space around the pits as well?
This one's pitted. It seems strange, unless it's needed for a wing, that people on hards are pitting. Unless they're thinking, I don't know, going to softs for the last 10 laps. Oh,
He's about to get a lap now. So
he's about to get up now. Okay. Not going to get out in front. However, he is going to be in front of Carter, I think, so that's going to... Or no, he'll probably back out of this, right? Oh my gosh. Space may get retired from the session. Okay. That was strange. Came out the pits. And then cut the corner because I guess he
This
saw.
allows them more to save the rest there. Usually Cookle's on what loan instead of
Yeah, see, this is a thing. This just helps Cogwheel out really.
Dido the drive through, then
Yeah, for
Alex.
speeding. I do that all the time, man. I can't even comment on that. I'm the worst for noticing that anything's happening. I'm just quickly going to pour a drink, so I'm going to mute my mic so no one thinks I'm actually having a wee.
That's my prediction gone though. Oh, what I was going to say, one safety car, 2 virtuals.
I know. Did I say 2? Did I say 2 and 2 or 2 and 3?
3.
I said 3 virtuals.
I think you agreed with me on the safety, I think.
Well, I said I think there will only be 1,
You
but I'm
agreed
going to
on
go
one
with
of
2 to be different, didn't I?
That one you agreed on. Yeah.
So, yeah, I agreed with the fact that I think there's only going to be 1, but I went for 2 just to be different. But then I think I said 2 safety cars and 3 virtuals, and there's been 2 virtuals so far. So
And now Carter's back up to 80%. Cookle's got to 57.
it just helped Cogwheel out really. He's still got a bit of a deficit, but
1.5 seconds he needs if there's no one penalty.
this is the thing. Carter really just needs to try and find that extra time. But it's that fine line, isn't it?
He'd rather win it on track.
Obviously, if you can win on track, you're going to want to win it on track. That's how it always go.
We'll
But
obviously take it.
yeah, this is a numbers game when it comes to the championship now. Cogwheel's gonna take 7 points? 7 points out of his lead. I mean, I think he'll be 30 points behind.
Jordan up massively.
Well, I mean, he's on a
Could
fresh
be
set of
back half
mediums.
as well if he gets past Jordan.
That's just true, actually. That's true. Dan could be on for a podium here. Plenty of laps left. Fresh set of mediums, or fresher set of mediums, and the hards. A lot of people say don't bother going to the hards around here because people say they're just too slow. It ain't worth it. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do. If you get an early safety car and you don't think yourself or your setup's going to get the mediums to the end, go to the hards or risk it and try to stop.
Yellow flag, is that Bradbury? It's Bradbury round.
Bradbury's round on the S's again.
Is his wing gone
he
again?
kept his wing. Let's get on to he's lost both his end plates and a little bit more from the left. Oh, mate.
He's going to go back to the 2017 spec.
That's it, yeah. They ain't got none left now. They're just going to, attach a boat to it. So Dan and Jordan are switching positions here, but looks like Jordan gets some bad traction after running wide.
One.
Yeah, no. And Dan looks like he's got the job done now. Those mediums literally helped him out around there. That traction was all that he needed. 3 second gap to Decky now. He is indeed. Carter's got the gap down to 3.7 currently.
Bro, we're literally just saying the exact same, about to say the exact same thing.
I know. It's because we're both doing the same thing. We're just watching the gaps, man, and go, oh, here we go. Oh, Cogwheel with another 3 second penalty. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if Carter's got anything.
I'm going to be a dickhead and check.
Don't check. Alright, check, but don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Because that's the whole excitement. Like when the race gets a bit dull, you just got the end to wait to see what happens. See everyone switch places from penalties. Looks like Dan and Jordan still. Dan's 2.9 behind Decky.
The car is sweating right now. That's all I can say.
Is he? So he's on 2 then, is he? 2.
What?
Bradby with a 5 second penalty for corner cutting. Oh, looks like he cut the corner going into the pits. Probably doesn't even care. What do you reckon? Softs now? It's going to have to be soft, surely.
Yeah.
He's got a good gap back to Patrick, though, so he might still make it out in 8th position.
It's changed front wing there.
Yeah, oh, it's true. And 7. Yeah, 7 to 5 second. Maybe not then.
Could
That's
be last.
Yeah, it's true. D-Day's actually not that far behind either.
He's going to be last.
Right, yep. Here comes Patrick, and there goes D-Day. He is indeed. Just getting out now. He's going to be last. But as I said to you, because there's only 12 races, still top 10. So, still going to get a point.
He should be able to get the fastest lap on that.
Well, this is the thing now. He needs to go for fastest lap, get that extra point. And that will obviously carry...
To keep it alive, maybe.
Keep the championship alive. It's going to be a hard task. It's going to put him below Cogwheel, though. So it's going to be down to... If it stays as it is.
If it stays as it is, yeah. 123.
So Decky with the top penalty. Dan's now
Dan
1.8 seconds.
wouldn't he drop that far back? You know?
No, see, I think Dan had a bit of a shaky lap last lap because I thought like as soon as he got past Jordan, he was going to start catching like Decky straight away, and the gap was still about 3 seconds going into the start of this lap. So I think he must have had a bit of a stinker. Didn't manage to catch up as much, but he's obviously made it count this lap. He's almost in the DRS zone.
1 is the gap.
Yeah, I think with the traction that he's going to have through these S's as well.
Crash is in.
Crutch is in.
Obviously, he didn't feel he could get much more out of those
17 laps.
17 laps.
Yeah, they're getting. I mean, it's possible, but it's one of those. Do you want to risk? What's the gap? I mean, he had like what, a 20-second gap.
Yeah,
it's not really worth risking it, is it?
Answer.
Yeah, if you got that sort of gap, there's no point risking it.
Did you see the gap here with Polish Snapper though? They've been better than basically Warriors.
That's true.
This guy
Crutchy coming out. I mean, Crutchy's on the soft tyres as well, so he should be able to crack on or just pull away. Oh, he has. There he goes. Not too bad though. There's Patrick, D-Day, and Bratby. D-Day's coming into the pits.
Getting past Lecky.
Oh, he's lost there. Oh, he is down the inside. Slows it down into the corner. Ooh. Very standard overtake there. Nice to see. Probably going to see some of that in a few minutes for our race as well. So the gap between Carter and Cogwheel is 3.3.
Yeah, that flags up to 1.
Sector 1. Who was this? Don't really look like anyone. So Cogwheel.
Just now, Carter's the one that's used the ERS more than Cogwheel.
Yeah, he's obviously been trying to catch up, but he has got that gap down a lot. So Cogwheel's definitely going to have to start watching his back a little bit.
They're in 3 now, so.
Well, that's it. He's in within the 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So Dan's too far back to make an advance. Not enough laps left.
Interesting to see that Cogwheel went like when the marbles there on the straight.
He went what?
Into the marbles on the straight.
Oh, did he? Maybe his tyres. Don't know. Maybe trying to pick up a bit extra rubber. It's gonna give him some bad grip for the.
Back up past 3 seconds.
It is. I mean, again, this track's actually really bad for like trying to do the timings. Yeah, he's probably trying to save up. I mean, the fact is, if he can get it down to like 3 or around 3, stabilise his ERS, have another go at it.
That.
Yeah, kind of thought that was going to happen. 134.9 there. Obviously, that was going to come with the softs. Pretty much, yeah. 3 points, which is obviously going to push the title challenge even further. So, Carter's on 43% ERS and Cogwheel's on 54. So Carter has saved a decent chunk of ERS there, and he's kept the gap to around 3.1. So like I said, if he just decides to go for it, back off, go for it, and keeps easing up to the back of him, it could happen. Now, this could. There's no other real close gaps either. I mean, Polish Sniper, but he's been obviously. Crutchy's pulling away from him. There's Bratby, who could catch up with Patrick, actually. 2.8 seconds the gap, so that could be something for 8th in a little bit. Probably, we'll say, lap 25, 26. Jordan's pitted.
Yeah.
For softs. Oh, yeah, no, but he had that free gap, didn't he?
Probably felt like with penalties, probably you can't get any further with a fast lap.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. And he's kind of screwing Bradby over if he does that, obviously, in terms of the point. But
you run your own race.
You run your own race. You're in it for yourself. Or your team, if you're teammates, I guess. But he had the gap to come pit in. Probably didn't want to stay in those tyres any longer. Come out for softs. He's got full ERS. So probably next lap we're going to see him go for the fastest lap. He could even have probably 3 shots at it, to be fair. Carter's now 3.7, so he's dropped back a little bit more, but Cogwheel has used a bit more ERS. So it's interesting. Now, is Carter just going to try and keep that gap there and then go for a big push in the last couple of laps? I think he'd need to save more ERS to be able to push for 2 laps. Decky's pretty much on his lonesome. 19 lap old hards. 21-second gap back to Jordan. Obviously that'll probably come down because he's on the softs, but D-Day is literally, what is he doing? I've literally just watched him collect penalties.
Yes, take past the day.
Oh yeah, and there we go. Thought that might happen. I did say 25-26, didn't think it was going to be that quick on the 25th lap, but the softs literally just paying dividends with the extra grip they got. Okay, so cap's now 3.1.
Pretty low.
Both are pretty equal on the ERS. They're both kind of. This is quite interesting to see, like, kind of everyone go for like punch for punch. It's like Cogwell's like, oh, I'll use some ERS, pull away. Carter's like, oh, I'll use some ERS now, catches back up. Obviously, more important. Obviously, Carter's got a certain amount of time he's got to get in between, and Cogwell's got to try and keep him out of it. So even though it might not, they're not close racing. It's, you know, it's a tactical battle, strategic. It's still good to kind of know what's going on in their little minds. So I was about to say Patrick's only 1.5 behind Bradby, but he's not going to come back at him after losing that place. There's no other real close battles, to be fair. Current rundown, we've got Tall Cogwheel in first, followed by Get Carter. Third place we have Dan. Fourth place we have Decky. Fifth place we have TNF1. Sixth place we have Crutchy. Seventh place we have Polish Sniper. Eighth place we have Bratby. Ninth we have Season Okafu, and 10th we have D-Day. And obviously we have Spaceman, who retired from the session, and Severe, who got a DNF. Well, unluckily spun on the S's and got collected from an unavoidable incident. So
2.3, 1.8.
What's happened here then?
I think he had a moment there.
He must have had a moment, because his ERS hasn't really dropped that significant. He must have had a moment. Must have got the back end out or something, or run wide. Gone a bit deep.
This was the sort of like my tire started to go.
Oh, was it? When you got to like the 20 lap mark, they started struggling.
Yeah.
So Carter's probably got one more lap of slightly better tyres then before his go off. I mean, this is the weird thing. Like, it sounds mental to think like one lap extra, like on a set of tyres, but actually a huge difference. You could be talking anywhere as small as like maybe 4% wear up to maybe like 6 to 8% wear, which actually does make a big difference when you're on track. Looks like Cogwell's kind of got it together a little bit. Get Carter was saving up a little bit of ERS up here. So Cogwell's on 25%, Carter's on 41%. Gap's 2.4. Coming on to the penultimate lap now. Any other gaps? Bratby's pulled away from Patrick there in 9th. Gap's now 4.7, so he's catching up with Polish Sniper, but I just don't think there's enough laps left.
There's 2 more laps.
Yeah, unless Polish has a bit of an off. Or
he has 3 technically because he's in front of him.
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah. So I mean, yellow flag, sector 1.
Oh,
Get cut, oh my god. Cogwell it is as well. Where's he gone? Yeah, his tyres must be absolutely gone. That is interesting. That is unlucky for Cogwell. Made a great.
Try keep it
well,
together,
yeah,
though.
that's it. Keep it together. I mean, was it just him going wide, or did he spin? It didn't look like he spun, because I feel like he would be further behind if he spun.
Same corner last time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate, because Cogwell, after that pit stop, with that safety car, it turned out to be absolute genius bit of play, perfect timing. Has led the race since then. Carter dropping down to 8th after he had to follow the safety car around for 3/4 of a lap. Has now made it back into 1st place. Obviously, there's still penalties to take part. The gap is massive back to 3rd place, 22 seconds back to Dan. So I don't think it's literally going to be between these two for the 1st and 2nd. However, I feel like the podium could still be up for grabs. 8 seconds to Decky. If Decky's tyres are feeling better now, if he gains a little bit, doesn't have as many penalties, it's possible Dan could lose it, but 8 seconds is quite a nice cushion. Everyone else is pretty well spaced out. You've got 12 seconds behind Decky. You've got Jordan in 5th, and you've got another 19 seconds back to Crutchy in 6th, 10 seconds back to Polish Sniper in 7th. Bratby is now 5 seconds behind Polish Sniper, so he's taking 3 seconds out in like that one lap.
I've seen his name pop up multiple times.
What's the Polish Sniper? or Bradby?
No, Bradby.
Yeah, he's got quite a few penalties by the thing. I think at least I've noticed his name pop up a few times. And then you've got Patrick behind
To
Bradby.
4 seconds now, because I think he's taking it easy on his last lap.
I think he is. I think he just maybe he's worried about a puncher. Maybe he's in that zone of 70, like 5ish%, and he's worried that he could lose it all here. I mean, the thing is, this is a good case scenario still for Cogwheel, because it's going to put him into second in the championship. Yeah, fair enough. He's going to lose out to Carter a little bit, but you know, he's still going to be in it, and it's still going to go. Anything can still happen. There's Brazil and Abu Dhabi left, right? So anything can happen on those two tracks, especially Brazil. Brazil is always one for
It's rain.
stuff to happen.
Could be
Well,
dry.
yeah, exactly.
We have a Hamilton moment. Is that Clark?
You just don't know what could happen. But we have Get Carter coming around the final sector. Let's go TV pod on board. Here he comes around the sweeping right-hander into the second to last corner here
The last time.
for the last time for this season. And here he goes,
This
accelerating, and he takes the win round at the USA. Here we have Cogwheel following up. Dropped back, yeah, so I think it would have been
6
Carter's
seconds.
anyway, but he did lose 6 seconds to him. Carter kept it nice and clean. We've got Dan now coming round. Third position. Dan actually had quite
Bradby's out.
Bradby, no way. I can't even see what happened to him.
He's
obviously
only going to get 1 point. Did he get fastest lap?
Oh, he spun out there. Fastest lap was... didn't someone... Yeah, no, he still has fastest lap.
He gets 2 points.
So he'll get...
Actually, does he still get 9? Because he still technically went further than D-Day.
Yeah, he completed the 90% of the race. He's still in ninth, so he will still get ninth position, I'm pretty sure. And here we have, I mean, obviously, there's no way you can take his way a ninth if D-Day's finished already. So here we go. We have Crutchy now coming around in 6th position. Boff. And then we have Polish Sniper coming around now. Got one more corner left as well. And here we go, accelerate into the line, and Polish Sniper takes 7th. And then the last person we have to come across the line is Seisno Keifu, aka Patrick, in his pink Panthermobile. Round the last corner, accelerates to the line, and voila. Oh, and he pips Polish Sniper, yeah. He pipped Polish Sniper up into 7th there.
P7.
Well played, Patrick. Nice extra point there. So there we go, everybody. That was the American Grand Prix. Actually, slightly eventful, really.
Especially for only 12 drivers.
Yeah, for 12 drivers, there was a lot that went on. Obviously, Mark obviously crashing out on the last lap. That's gutting, and probably one of the most annoying feelings ever. It was an interesting battle between Carter and Cogwheel, not in terms of just on track battling, but just in strategy and ERS management and tyre management and things like that. So that was kind of cool. So what we're going to do now is I need to invite some people into the party. Is it on public, Jake? Can you make it, please? I don't know if Cogwheel's going to join. He didn't join last time, I don't think, but we need to get Carter in here. So we need Carter. So we need Cogwheel. We need where there? Don't tell me he's appearing offline. Oh, he's appearing offline, man. Carter, man, you ain't getting your interview. Scrolling all this. Look at this. 1 hour ago. Literally done it just for the race. I don't even think I have Dan on here. I don't have Dan on here. Okay, so I'll invite those two in, and then hopefully on the frame here I can... oh man, I can't. Let's just quickly get this results here for everybody. There we go. So exit. I just want to try and get Dan in here. Hopefully he's still in the session. I'll have to ask someone to see if they've got Dan on their friends list either way.
Main man's join. Race winner.
Cogwheel didn't... I think he has joined before, but he didn't join last time. Oh, and that's... Okay, so I need to try and find... Carter, do you have Dan on your friends list by any chance? Okay, let me see. Yeah, but it doesn't always work properly. That's the problem. Let's see if it will. That's alright. I thought I had him. This is. There is lots of things wrong with the PlayStation in terms of trying to find people. Alright, okay, I'm just going to have to set. Luckily, his gamer tag's relatively simple to remember, so I'll quickly try and find him here. Dan 990. Here we go. Dan 990 SD. Found it, mate. A friend's quest. Oh, here comes Cogwheel. And then I need to try and invite quickly Dan in as well. Let's hope it's going to let me do this. God, PlayStation's slow as anything. Chain party. There we go. That should send him an invite as well. So we should be able to get the top 3 in this time. Just invite Dan. We'll just wait for Dan. Give him a minute or two. Tier 6. What do you mean tier 6? Do you mean tier 4? Tier 4 is at 11. Patrick. Let's get back on the screen so they have something to look at. Right, so we have everybody in here. So, welcome everybody. I think we'll start with our 3rd place man, Dan. Hello, Dan, mate. How are you? I
Okay.
can't hear you if you're talking, Dan, by the way. Dan, you there?
Just move on.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll give Dan a bit of time to see if he can sort out his mic or something. In that case, we'll move on to our 2nd place man, Cogwheel. Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good mate, yourself.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So, kind of a interesting race from your point of view. Um,
Yeah.
like, okay, we'll start off with qualifying. How did you think your qualifying went?
Wasn't too bad to be fair, but yeah, I was hoping to get another lap in, but I didn't have time, so
Yeah, do you reckon you
yeah,
could have gone even quicker?
maybe a little bit quicker, yeah. But I don't know if I would have been as quick as Carter.
Okay. Yeah, the only
Uh,
problem with USA is same sort of thing as Mexico. It's so easy to invalidate, especially like right in the first sector, and it's just such a waste. Quite a few people
yeah,
did struggle with
yeah,
that. We're getting into the race. Obviously, you had a decent start. You were following Carter, and then the safety car happens, and you pitted straight away, and that kind
yeah.
of made your race there. It was perfect timing. Were you planning to pit then, or did you just see the SC like pop up and you just dive in the pit?
No, the safety car came up, so I was went straight in.
I think you were in like
Yeah,
the
it was good.
perfect spot, I think, weren't you? Because I think Carter just missed it, and you were like just perfect opportunity to get in
Yeah, I
there.
think he could have gone in, I think, but
Oh,
oh
really?
yeah, I'm not too sure what was up there.
But then obviously
But
you put the mediums on. Obviously they last quite a while. You pretty much led that race pretty much until like the second to last lap. It's kind of interesting watching because even though it wasn't like an on-track battle between you and Carter, there was obviously definitely stuff going on, like kind of strategically, like with ERS management and everything like that. We were watching the gap kind of grow and then come back down and then grow, and watching both your ERSs kind of
yeah,
jumping up and down. Um, at the end, I was it just the fact that your tyres were dead?
yeah, well they were up to 60%, so
Yeah, yeah,
just trying to nurse it through those S's and try and keep it on track, but I couldn't. So, and he
yeah.
was always going to get me with penalties too. So,
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. I saw obviously that you had a couple, but we don't really look. I didn't know if Carter had any, so it was kind of
no, he didn't have any.
didn't have any. That's pretty good going around here. But so on the
Yeah,
second last lap, did you just run a bit wide through the S's? Because obviously
yeah,
he
I sort of
lost.
lost the rear end, and I went wide, and then I see he was coming up, so I just let him go.
Ah, fair enough. Fair
I just
enough.
didn't want to come back on the track and then ruin everything for him. So,
Oh, that's fine. I mean, well, with your second place, it gives you second place in the championship currently, and also pushes the championship battle even further onto the next
yeah,
race. So I mean, obviously you've gained a position there, and kept it going. So that's some positives to take away, and you did a good race. So well done, mate.
yeah. Obviously, yeah. Congrats to Carter too. So,
Right. So
Is Dan there?
Dan there? You there? Wee. Hello, Dan. How are you? I bet you are. Yeah, it looked like you had pretty good pace. Obviously, the qualifying lap was decent that we saw as well to get you up there as well. So I mean, did you think anything could have happened better in your race or anything like that, or did you just happy with how it went? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, well, you done a great drive, mate. It was nice to see someone else up here as well. Obviously, it's gonna help you out in the championship tables as well, so that's always good. I mean, I think that will put you. Yeah, you're gonna jump a couple of places by the looks of things, I think. So that's gonna bring you up there, so that's decent. Oh, really? Oh, well. Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yes, two more
two
left.
more.
Yeah, I think that is possible. To be fair, mate. It is possible that you could go for the top 10. I mean, the fact that you've only been in there for like four races anyway, and you're already moving up there, it shows that you've got a bit of pace and that you definitely belong to be here. So hopefully, we get a nice good showing from you next week as well, mate. So thank you very much. Good race. Well done on your third place. And now we move on to the race winner, Carter. How are you?
Not bad, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. What do you think of your qualifying lap?
Yeah, it was decent. I've gone a little bit quicker before, but
Yeah,
it's when you only have three shots to do it with and track limits around here, you need
yeah,
to be careful with them. But
yeah. I saw
yeah,
you
yeah,
had the
it
same
was
sort of
very
problem
good.
that you had at Mexico, didn't you? You invalidated like your first lap on your softs, didn't you? And had to bail out.
Yeah, and then my second one was a bit messy at the end of the S's, but then
Yes.
I
Yeah.
brought it together quite well on the third one.
I mean, your qualifying time was about 7/10 quicker than second place, so you definitely had the pace there.
Yeah,
Um, Obviously, it comes to the race, you start off well, you're in the lead, and
yeah,
then the safety car happens. I was a
yeah,
bit gutted really because I mean you and Cockrell you were both really close together, driving nicely. The gap was kind of just staying the same. It was going to be quite interesting, and then obviously the
yeah.
safety
It's good.
car you stayed out, he pitted, and that literally changed the whole race for you for a
Yeah,
good
when
chunk
that
of
safety
laps.
car came out, I didn't think quickly enough. I thought it was still too early to pit.
Okay,
But then as straight as Cogwheel went in, I knew that I had messed up and it was
yeah,
going to be hard to win it. So the safety car is so slow around
yeah,
there,
yeah.
like ridiculously slow.
Gives
So
it
I
to
just
eight.
pitted the next lap round and had to
That's
work my
it.
way through the traffic and then try and catch up.
That's it. I mean, obviously you dropped down to
Cogwheel.
like eighth position after that. Um, Kind of lucky. You had kind of a nice run in getting back through. Actually, you didn't have much of an issue getting back through. There's obviously other people that were pitting that were in front of you, which kind of gave you three positions as well.
Yeah,
And then it was just kind of whether you could catch up with Cogwheel. Now the gap was literally just going up and down constantly. You got it down from like it was like 5 seconds, then it was four, then it was like 4.5, then it was like three, then it was like 3.8.
yeah, it
Um,
was horrible.
yeah, I can
It was
imagine.
so hard to manage the gap. It
See,
was like one lap I caught 7/10, and then I would lose that plus more the next lap. And I was like,
Yeah,
what is going on?
you must have been
And
sweating as well when you had two warnings throughout the whole race.
yeah,
Maybe
when
one warning
when
for
I asked the engineer how many penalties he had. At first, it was like 3. So I was like, if I get one, it's all over. And I had 2 warnings already. So it was pretty scary through some of the corners. But
Did that hinder your kind of performance because you were trying to, be so careful with not getting another penalty? Because it's so easy to do around there. There's so many corners you could do it on.
Yeah, probably only with the second last corner because it's blind. That's where I got my 2 warnings. I'd never quite mastered that corner.
Oh, okay. It's quite easy to do. It's literally if you go a little bit too far over that the like orange bubble hump curb,
you turn in slightly too early.
Yeah, yeah. But obviously you come into like the second to last lap. Obviously, did you have the same sort of tyre issues that Cogwell ended up having? Because I mean, obviously you had like 1 lap extra, well, 1 lap less obviously used, so might have paid dividends.
I've done a lot of practice on worn tyres just to see how far the mediums can go. But through those S's, it's so easy to lose the back end. It's like you need to go so much slower than on fresh tyres.
Yeah.
Otherwise, after like the second one, the back end just kicks out, and there's no way of catching it.
Yeah, no, it does seem like if you get a bit of a tank slapper on going through those S's, you just lose the back end. There's nothing you can do about it. It's so vicious.
Exactly.
But I mean, obviously with your win there, it increases your championship lead. Coming into here, you had a 32-point lead to Mark, who obviously didn't have the best of races. So obviously Cogwell has overtaken him, but you've still gained. So it's kind of in your hands. You could win it next week, depending on obviously how it goes. But you set yourself up. Considering, I think when I first started doing it, I think you were in 3rd place, and how you've come back. Your last, like I've said a few times, like your last for like 4 races, I think it's been. You've been absolutely on fire, quick as anything. So, yeah, it's looking good for you, mate.
Good luck, John, mate. Good luck, John.
Yeah, it's just me and Jake. We've literally carried you to a championship elect.
Thanks for that.
Don't worry about it. Well, so yeah, yeah. So great racing, mate. And I hope to see you next week as well. Obviously, we'll be commentating again. So good luck to you all. So that's our top 3, everybody. Thank you for watching. Good racing, guys. Do you have anything anyone want to say? Anything?
Just good luck for the next 2 races.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Don't do too much practice.
Coming from you.
It's hard enough to squeeze practicing.
Jake, anything from you?
No, it's everything.
Okay then. Well, thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you all next week. Thank you all.
Thanks.
Cheers.